You look fabulous.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You got engaged since the last time I saw you.
I did, yes.
Were you expecting that? Did you?
Thank you.
You're such a cute...
I did it!
You did it. You locked him in. He's such a cute guy.
He is a cute guy. I mean, I'm partial, you know.
Yeah.
And now we're engaged, so I'm
Really
going down that path now. Yeah.
Right. No, were you really expecting it and thinking, when is this finally going to happen?
No, I don't think so. I guess I mean, it seemed like it was something that I thought would be nice. I mean, we talked about.
Right, right. Did he do it in a romantic way? You don't have to say exactly what, but
he did. He killed it.
Yeah.
He did like a whole James Bond situation. He was very, yeah. I know he was surprising.
Yeah.
He's got a lot behind that news desk. He's hiding. Yeah.
No, he seems like he does. He's charming.
Yes, he's very charming and very thoughtful and romantic. But I was very, I was surprised. I mean, even if you kind of imagine what that moment's going to be like, it's still, it's a beautiful moment.
Was it like a balloon situation? Was it like an air, like a, something like over the top?
Like a hot air balloon?
Or
with balloons?
Just one balloon, just one single balloon. Yeah. No, like a hot air balloon.
No, there was no hot air balloon involved. No.
So it wasn't really that great.
Damn it!
I don't want to. You can tell us if you want, but you don't have to. It's a very personal thing.
It was very personal. It was a very special moment, and I think more than anything, when someone tells you they want to share the rest of their life with you, and that just is it's a lovely, special thing.
Yes, it is. When will the wedding be so I can clear my schedule? I need to know.
I have to clear my schedule first.
Yeah, you're pretty busy. Well, both of you are.
Okay.
How did he propose? Was that smooth?
Good.
Thanks.
Don't make me laugh too much, because otherwise, I won't get it out.
Okay.
I came home at 6 o'clock at night, and the pretext was that we were going to celebrate that I was moving in with him. But then when I walked in the door, there were all these vases of flowers everywhere. I mean, but massive vases, the kind that would be...
Not like something puny like that. You kind of, I mean... Yeah,
No, that's not puny.
Well,
but
you went not. I mean, we had massive, like. All right. Anyway, go ahead.
I didn't mean to be mean about your flowers.
No, I don't.
Can we have that song again? That gong again? Or
yeah.
Anyway, so immediately I was suspicious, because they were everywhere. They were on the breakfast table. They were outside on the table outside, and then I went into the bedroom, and they were on either side of the bed. But then the real giveaway was the bed was made.
Oh.
And David's never made the bed since I've known him.
Did he make it like he knows how to make it? Suddenly, like
It was kind of like a 7-year-old. It was kind of like the top part was really neat, but then there were still dents in the pillows where our heads were, and underneath the sheets were sort of still...
Important, fluff the pillows when you make the bed. You can't leave the dents. True.
Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
I'm embellishing your story. Go ahead.
No, that's good.
Yeah. All right.
And so then he had made this whole dinner, and he's a writer, and he had said a couple of weeks before that he was working on a poem for me. So it was going on, and I thought, oh, maybe he's not going to do it, maybe he's not going to do it. And then finally he brought outside, it was night, and we were eating outside, and he brought out what looked like some kind of manuscript or something like, papers. And I'm really blind. And I wasn't wearing my glasses. And so I was like, oh my God, it's going to happen, it's going to happen, it's going to be a poem, and it's going to spell out, will you marry me? And it's going to be so beautiful. And then I sat down, and I was like really, like, what is this? And he was like, that's just a script from the recycling pile so you can pound your lobsters on it. And I was crestfallen.
Yeah. So then you acted like you weren't expecting it and that nothing was wrong.
Right. I acted like nothing was wrong, and it was probably the most fake we've ever been with each other in a really long time. Pass the salt, honey, And then by the end, I said, I guess I had just assumed that it wasn't going to happen. So I said, do you want to go watch TV? And he said, no, why don't you come outside for a minute? And then I knew, because David's not the kind of person who says, come outside, honey, and look at the beautiful starry night. So when he said come outside, I knew that he was going to, was going to happen.
That's sweet. And he got down on one knee and all that stuff?
did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And is that the ring?
This is the ring.
That's gorgeous. That is
Thank you.
absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, is that a new ring or is that an antique?
It's an antique.
That's beautiful.
From the 20s.
That's really gorgeous. Congratulations.
Thank
That's very sweet. Congratulations. You are now engaged.
I am engaged. Yes.
Let's just. It's hilarious what you did. Okay, so you posted a picture of your beautiful fiance.
Yep.
And then people said what?
Well, they said, well, you marrying your daughter there? I'm like, I can't help it that she looks great for her age. We're literally 8 years apart. Like
That's nothing.
What it is.
Yeah.
And I can't help it that I look like apparently an old coal miner or something. So, I mean, after a couple days of people just lighting me up, I decided, well, maybe this will make the world feel better.
So you aged your fiance. Look at what he posted after this. She's going to age very well. She looks great.
She's great. You know, I've won a lot in life. You know, you mentioned those trophies that I won before I came out here, but I'm definitely win with Lindsay. She's an amazing person, and I'm so thankful that we met 5 years ago now. I think it's 5. I don't remember.
Well, I'm happy that you're happy. It's all that love is all that matters.
Yep.
I'm so happy
Thank
for you. You brought the video of your proposal, which I haven't seen yet. I want to see it.
Oh, it's great, and I knew I had to do something special because I prank her a lot. I don't know if you guys know that. She's very patient with me, but I wanted to get her somehow with the proposal in addition to proposing. So I told her that a company was interested in us doing like some social media posts together, so that she would do her hair and her makeup and look as beautiful as she wanted to look for this moment. Included her boys. She has twin boys, Reed and Everett, and sat down in front of the camera, set up a couple extra cameras on the side so that we could capture this moment.
All right, and then we're going to talk about what you do to this poor woman all the time. I mean, you really do prank her. So here's the proposal.
Okay, perfect. Here we go. No, I was just thinking this year we could do something bigger, something different.
Mommy, Mr. Eric has a question for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Will you marry me?
What? What? Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
Is this all a joke?
Uh-huh.
Did you know?
Yep.
Oh my God. Yes. Oh my goodness.
We got her! Yeah.
That's really sweet.
It was great.
Now, I know y'all met in college. I gotta ask, how did you propose?
That's a good question. Okay, so I was living in New York and she was living in LA. So we dated long distance for a year until I moved out to LA and I was like, all right, we're gonna be together now. So I wanted to propose. We were gonna fly home to St. Louis, Missouri, because we were both born in St. Louis in the same hospital. St. Louis in the house?
Wow.
Okay, Midwest, you know what it is. So I told her, I said, listen, I wanna go to the beach before we go home because you get to be on the beach all the time, and I was gonna propose on the beach. And I had researched when the sun goes down and everything. And when you buy that ring, bruh, maybe you can feel me on this, it starts to burn a hole in your pocket.
Yes.
Because you're like, I know she's gonna like this so much and I wanna give it to her, right? So we're driving to the beach, we're driving down the 10 to Santa Monica. It's Christmas Eve and it is pea soup thick fog. Like, could not see the sun to save your life. It is about 52 degrees, it's cold. And I'm like, well, we're gonna go to the beach. She's like, why are we going to the beach, Sterling? It's 52 degrees. And I was like, well, because I just wanna go to the beach. She's like, whatever. We get to the beach, man, look out at the ocean. You can't see the ocean, you can't see the sun. Nothing. And I brought this blanket, I was like, well, you wanna set up right here? She's like, it doesn't matter where we set up, Sterling. We can't see anything anyway. I lay this blanket down, bruh. I'm shivering, I'm trying to like keep it together. I said, you know, you're like my best friend, and I'm so happy to start this new phase of my life with you, being out here in LA together. And she's like, that's great, that's wonderful stuff. She's like chilling and everything. And I get down on my knee and I pull the ring out. I say, I wonder if you would do me the honor of being mine. And then I don't even know if I got the whole thing out. She just looks at the ring and she starts going, oh my God, 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 oh my God. And I put it on her finger, she slipped it on, she's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then at some point I say, is that a yes? She's like, yes, 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 yes.
So it worked out. It worked out.
Not only did it work out, she gets on the phone and calls every female member of her family for like the next 40 minutes. And I'm cold, and after a minute, she's just looking at the ring. I was like, you wanna get something to eat? She's like, yeah, let's get something to eat. And we went up to the promenade and got something to eat. So yeah, it worked out.
That's amazing. It does work out. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I love that.
And congratulations, you got engaged.
Yes.
That's beautiful. And
Thank you.
you proposed. From what I heard, you were screening a movie that you directed.
Yes.
And she was there, and then you proposed there.
Yeah, pretty much. Basically, what happened was that, it was like 2 days before Valentine's, and I had this ring in my pocket. It was burning a hole, and I was like, oh. And then Valentine's came, and she had to fly somewhere, so there was a likelihood I wasn't going to see her on Valentine's Day. So I was like, so when do I do it? When do I do it? And then, so I made this movie, and Sab was on the set every day. She knew the whole crew. So, at the screening, it was a private screening for the cast and crew of the film, and I just dropped to one knee, and yeah.
That's so sweet. Congratulations. That's great.
It was very nerve-wracking. She's in a dressing room. Hey, baby, I can see you.
Hi. Hi, baby. You have the story about you proposing to your wife. You have to tell everyone how you proposed to your wife.
So I knew it was time. I knew she is such a great catch. She's a beautiful woman and a heart and soul. And I realized that if I faced her and got on one knee and said, would you be my wife? I love you, please, I would start weeping. And I wouldn't be able to get the words out. So I had to figure out a way where she was not looking at me when I was asking her to marry me. Now, how do you do that? And it occurred to me when I was in the shower one time, and I looked down, there's the bathtub, and I went, we take a bath together, how romantic. Okay, so we're up at this cabin, I get a bubble bath, I get champagne, and it was New Year's Day, so it made sense there might be champagne celebrating. So there's champagne, and there's bubble bath, I had some light music on, and I was gonna get in first, then she was here, and we're both facing the same direction, right? So, and then I would ask her to marry me. The problem was, where do I put the engagement ring? Because there was no place to put it, so I just had this thought. I put it on my baby toe. I put the ring all the way onto my baby toe and submerged it underneath all the bubbles. In she comes, and she's talking, and we're saying, this is nice, and we're staying there a while. I'm getting nervous. I gotta do this, I gotta do this. I gotta do some more champagne, more champagne. Okay, here it comes. And Robin, you mean everything in the world to me. Oh, what's that? And I push her face. And I can't imagine not spending the rest of my life with you. Oh, I keep pushing her face away. And I want you, if you would, to be my wife. You would make me the happiest man in the world. Oh, and I keep pushing. Until finally she said yes. And then we did kiss. And then I said, oh, right, here. She had to take it off my foot.
Yeah, so the way you proposed is the most messed up way I've ever heard of in my life.
Oh, really? I thought it was kind of sweet.
Oh my God, tell people how you proposed.
Well, it's perfect for our relationship. We had been together for 4 years, and I probably got that part wrong already. And I had a ring. It was 4 years, right?
Yeah.
I had a ring, and it was sort of burning a hole in my pocket. And I didn't have a plan, so I picked a fight. Right? I got her all riled up, and I said, why are you with me? We've been together for 4 years. I'm not going to marry you. I'm a lot older than you. What are you doing? You know, I'm semi-famous. I got my pick of chicks. Like, you don't want to be around me because I'll probably cheat on you. And we were driving in the car, and then we got home, and she opened a bottle of wine, and she was, 3/4 the way through the wine, and she was crying like, I can't do this. Why are you doing this to me? And then I pulled the ring out, and she was like, what are you doing to me?
That is messed up.
Yeah, but we've been 8 years now.
Yeah.
It worked.
Wow.
It worked.
I mean, that's not right.
He just wouldn't let it go. I kept saying, fine, I don't want to get married. I don't care. Can we just like go on with the evening? But I'm never going to do, okay, it's fine. He kept going and going.
We're very excited to have you here because it's just been announced that you're engaged to Rebecca.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Very exciting.
Yes.
Very exciting.
You seem like a very cute couple. You seem very happy.
Yeah, we are very happy. Well, I should hope so. She said yes, so that's very exciting. Which is kind of scary because you're popping the question.
Didn't you think she'd say yes?
Well, I mean, you're popping the question. It's like a pop quiz. It's a surprise question. So when you're first planning it, I'm like, I'm gonna do it at a baseball game. I'm gonna do it at a Yankees game, or Rebecca's from Berkeley, do it in Oakland. And then you realize, wow, because you're popping the question, what if your significant other says no in front of 50,000 people?
Yeah,
So,
risky.
yeah, I'd like to do it very privately where if no happened, I would be the only one who knew about it. It was just the two of us. The scariest part is getting the ring, because I have never bought a piece of bling in my life. A piece of
Yeah, you're
jewelry.
not wearing anything.
No, I'm
Nothing.
I'm not. I'm wearing a body chain. You can't see
Oh,
it.
I
That's
see.
a joke. Mom, I'm kidding. But it's very scary because first of all, I never realized how expensive jewelry is. It's really expensive, and then you learn the different stones. Like there's diamonds, which are everybody's best friend, and but hold on a second. I learned what a cubic zirconian is.
Yeah.
Okay, abbreviated as CZ. And I was like, wow, look at all these jewels. This is amazing. Well, what's that big one there? And they were like, oh, that's CZ. And I was like, CZ? And they were like, cubic zirconian. And I was like, well, how much is that one? And they were like, substantially less. And I was like, well, what's wrong with those?
That's what I would think. What's wrong if it looks the same?
It's not a diamond, though.
So?
And if you get caught, you're busted. I mean, you are busted. Honestly, embarrassment factor is like when I got pantsed in summer camp. You're like, oh, I'm busted. You can't get busted with CZ. Now, if I were a rapper and I had to have a lot of jewels for work, if it was a work thing, I'd have CZ all over me. I'd be like, this is CZ. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, what's up? What's up? But it's
were you
scary.
panicked to be? How long were you holding it on your person?
That's another scary thing is carrying it because I bought a car and that's a big check, but it's a car, and you get an alarm, and you get low jack, and you get the club, and you're able to protect it, and you only park it where someone can watch it under a light. Or I bought an apartment, that was a big check, and you get to lock the door, and there's a gate. But a ring is it's something you just have in your pocket, man. The only security you have is your jeans. Mm-hmm. And it's when I would have that in my pocket, and I carried it for a couple weeks, it was all I could think about.
A couple weeks?
Yeah. Because I wanted the right place. So, I wanted to take a knee, and I didn't want to take a knee in the middle of the street because then people will think I was falling, or I don't know. So.
Did you take the knee?
I took the knee.
That's
Come on,
sweet.
of course I did.
That's sweet.
You have to. And it's actually really funny that you asked that because everyone asks, did you take a knee? My guy friends go, did you take a knee? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, what'd you take a knee for, man? That's so subservient. It's please, I'm begging you. Why don't you just give it to her, man? I have a friend who actually got engaged to his girlfriend, and I don't know why she said yes, but he went, yo, let's do this. And he was like, why don't you say that? And I was like, because I'm not going to say that.
Yo, let's do this?
Yo, let's do this. Yo, Ellen, let's do this.
Yeah. Okay. You just got engaged to Justin, and congratulations on that.
Thank you. Very exciting.
I'll be bathing at your house.
Yeah, please. Come take a bath at our house,
Yeah,
please.
when you
Anytime.
have your anniversary party. That's exciting.
Yeah, no, it's great. We actually got engaged in July in Mexico while I was, Sofia Vergara had a big birthday party in Mexico in July, and we were invited to come down. And so we took a few days on our own and spent some time in Tulum by ourselves. And I actually asked him to marry me there. And then a few days after that, we met up with Sofia and her group. And I kind of pulled Sofia aside and I said, just so you know, Justin and I got engaged. I don't want to upstage your big, your big weekend, but you can possibly do that with Sofia. And so she's like, oh, that's so exciting. And then the next day, she gets engaged on top of a Mayan ruin, and it's international news immediately. So I was like, well, kind of weird that you did that. And so then she was like, but tonight I really want to toast to you and Justin. Would you mind if I did a champagne toast just for the guests here? And I was like, that's fine, that'd be lovely. So that night she got everyone champagne, she raised a glass and she said, you know, my friends Jesse and Justin just got engaged. And as everyone was raising their glass to us, one of her aunts fell down on a stair. And so everyone was like, off to her. And it's like, we cannot catch a break here.
Oh, no.
You know, Tia Maria Cecilia fell down the stairs. It was a nightmare.
Was she all right?
I think she's fine. We were so mad.
Yeah, it was your moment.
It was our moment,
oh,
really.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
that's a shame.
but-
And you just got engaged, is
I
that
did.
right? Congratulations
yes,
on that.
Thank you very much.
Now,
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. We've been dating for a while. I was not surprised or anything when he asked me because I told him to propose. So it was like, you know, I said, now, Michael, you need to ask my dad, which I never understand if the dad says no, what happens.
Right.
But he didn't say no, I guess. So I knew that he'd ask my dad, and then I had this idea that I wanted it to be New York because that's where we met, and like that's where we like spent many years and had a lot of great times together. But then I thought, well, I don't know when we're both going to be in New York at the same time, so you can just ask me this week. So, and then he did. So,
wow.
Was
it? Oh my goodness. No, did you pick the ring out and everything already?
It's his grandmother's. Yeah, actually, no, I told him he had to give me his grandmother's ring. No, actually, yeah, it is his grandmother's ring. But yeah, this is a good. I'm setting the course for the rest of the relationship.
And when will you be married?
It'll be this summer. So much fun.
Does he know that yet?
I'm not sure. He may have just found out. Yeah, this summer.
Right.
I'm bad at planning, so I haven't planned that much yet. One plan I've had for like 20 years, which she doesn't know about either, is I want Dolly Parton to sing at my wedding. I don't know if she's watching. I don't know what camera to look into.
I'm sure she's watching. She's probably, just talk to Dolly there.
Dolly, if you're watching, I will pay for at least your way there on airfare.
Way there.
And your way there, one way. I will, you can take home any leftover cake. There will be probably like a free brunch the next day. Oh, you don't have to play 9 to 5 if you're sick of it. So, your choice.
Well, she'll be there. That's who can say no to that?
I really don't know. I really don't know.
But you want Dolly, seriously, you're serious about, you want Dolly Parton at your wedding to sing?
I am. I realize, I think that won't happen. I don't know what her going rate is. I imagine I can't afford it. But I'm a huge Dolly Parton fan. So I like dancing through music. Although, yeah, I don't know if, yeah, that would be my own personal dream. I'm not sure I think Michael likes her, but it doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he sounds like a lucky man. Well, the least we will do is we'll have Dolly on the show, invite you and Michael to be here, and we'll pretend like it's your wedding. We'll do a table and a setup, and she'll sing, and it's really for us, but will be for you.
If you do that, I don't know. I'll give you free cake.
Great.
Yes, okay.
We'll definitely do it.